It was a week after the news cycle began, and Audrey had brought Bendy to meet up with Henry. Bendy was nervous because he hadn't seen him since the incident a week ago. Clutching his toy train to his chest, Bendy followed Audrey into the dining room of the abandoned mansion. They were both surprised to see that it wasn't just Henry sitting at the table, but Henry, Allison, Tom, Sammy Lawrence, and Buddy. Buddy was chewing on a bone, and Sammy was plucking at his banjo. Henry, Allison, and Tom were all talking until Audrey and Bendy walked in. "We're here," Audrey said. "Come say hi." Henry stood up from his seat and came around the table to greet them. He gave Audrey a hug before bending down to give Bendy a pat on the head. "Hello there. I'm glad you could make it." Audrey returned the hug. She looked over Henry's shoulder and saw that everyone else was smiling. "You too," she said. "I'll go get drinks and snacks," Sammy offered. "Wine?" "Yes, please." Sammy nodded and went into the kitchen. Allison got up as well, but remained standing beside Henry and Audrey. The four of them sat back down, and Sammy soon reappeared with a tray full of wine glasses. He poured for everyone, while Allison fixed herself a plate of food and put it down on the table in front of her. "What did you guys want to talk about?" Henry asked. Audrey took a sip of her wine and set it down on the table. "Well," she said, "have any of you heard anything from your families or friends? Or anyone at all?" Allison shook her head. "No, not really." Tom shrugged. "Nope, not even a letter." "Not even a phone call?" Henry asked. Everyone shook their heads. "So, nothing." The group fell silent again. Sammy snapped his fingers and bent forward with his hands on his knees. "Anyone here from the Ink Demon?" Everyone stared at Sammy, especially Bendy, who began to sweat bullets. "Bendy is the Ink Demon. Or, he was the Ink Demon. He's just small now," Audrey said. She sent Bendy a kindly smile. "He can't really talk right now." Bendy lowered his head and bobbed it slowly in agreement. "Right," Sammy said. "Sorry, ignore me. We've been having this little chat we do sometimes." "Chat?" "Just like old times," Sammy said. "Here's my take. I don't think the Ink Demon is dead. It's more likely the Ink Demon is simply sleeping." "Sleeping?" Allison asked. Tom nodded in agreement. "Yes, sleeping. Sooner or later, it will wake up." "And when it does?" Bendy asked. Everyone looked to Bendy in surprise. "Bendy? You can talk?" Audrey gasped. "Why didn't you tell us?" Bendy smiled shyly and shook his head. "There's no one to talk to," he explained. "There's no one left alive." "You could have talked to me," Henry said. "Or Sammy. Or Sam." I wanted to, but," Bendy replied. "But I couldn't." "What do you mean?" Bendy hesitated and looked down at his feet. "The Ink Demon said it would hurt if I tried to talk to anyone." "Oh," Allison said. "That sounds awful." "It was," Bendy agreed. "I think I might still be hurting." "You should talk to Sammy," Henry said. "He's a doctor. Maybe he can help." "We're going to need an expert when the demon wakes up," Sammy said, "before it hurts us." "Maybe it won't wake up," Bendy said. "Ever." "How do you know?" "Because the Ink Demon was never meant to leave its cage," Bendy said. "It's a monster. That's what monsters are supposed to do. Hunt people, and then kill them." "That's a pretty grim outlook," Allison said. "You're not a monster, Bendy," Audrey said. She knelt down and gave him a hug. "We love you, Bendy. You can talk to us." "Yeah, thanks," Bendy whispered. He sniffled and wiped his eyes with his sleeve. "All right," Henry said. "I think we're done here." "Really?" Sammy asked. "Aren't we missing something?" "No, not at all," Henry said. "We just need to let Bendy know that we're still here for him." "No, that's not it," Sammy insisted. "Sammy, be quiet. Go back to playing your banjo." "I'm not playing my banjo. This isn't about me." Everyone turned to look at Sammy. Henry raised his eyebrows. "What aren't you telling us, Sammy?" Sammy said. He scratched his cheek and glanced at the others nervously. "I think I'm kind of falling in love with Bendy." "Oh, Sammy," Henry said. He patted Sammy on the back. The end.